guys, thanks for stopping back by the channel and checking out another episode of High Host Silver. If you like relics, all kinds of different relics, this is the video for you. Let's check it out.
Okay, again, I had a pretty strong signal here and thought it might be a toy car, piece of trash, and it's not. That is a lion head. I don't know that it's shockingly old or anything, but anyway, pretty good, pretty cool, ornamental, and I'll clean it up, see if there's any identifying marks on it, if we can get an age off of it. But just kind of looking at the construction, I don't think it's antique or anything, but cool find. So we had a low 40 signal. It's usually a penny or something along those lines, but as soon as I got the plug off, it looks like we've got something red here, which is normally going to be a dog tag. Yep, dog tag, arousal. So I don't know if that's the name of the dog or name of the owner. So we'll clean it up, and this particular owner may have an idea about that. So very cool. Okay, so that cleaned up nicely. We will see if it has any value at all to the owner. Got a low 40 signal here, and this is kind of a junky area, but anyway, pulled the plug over just a little bit, and we have an old probably 70s era GM key, car key. So I had a mid 40 signal on this and thought it was going to be a penny, and it's not a penny, and it's not just a lid or a cap or something. It's relatively sturdy, but I can bend it a little bit, so I'm gonna clean it up, and if it's something cool, we'll be right back. Okay, so this is actually a pretty fun piece. That is a play money token or a replication, and I've gotten many of these, but I believe this one to be my first ever 50-cent piece, and I think that's what that is. So I'm gonna clean that up properly and see if we can't give you a real good look at it. Okay, I had a low 40s signal here, and it's usually in the penny range, but we found ourselves another key. Love the keys, love the locks. Okay guys, boy, this one was tough to get to, but it was a nice high signal. So I don't know if you can see that down there, but it's in the shape of a ring. It definitely rang up in the 50s where it could be a silver ring, but I don't know, it doesn't look too great right this second. But let's get that guy out of there and see about it. Yeah, that's not looking real promising. I think it might actually be a ring, but it has faded enough where it's quite likely copper. But this one might be, even though it might not be a real precious metal, this one could be actually very old. So we'll clean it up properly and see what we got. Very cool. I had a good strong penny signal. Got this out of the ground, and I think I can faintly see that that is a Chuck E. Cheese token. So if it's not, we'll show it to you proper. So I had a low 40s signal and pulled this out of the ground. It looks to me like it's a older dog tag, or at least a dog tag is what I should say. Not 100% sure of it. Let me clean it up right quick. I don't know if this is a dog tag. Yep, sure is. Sure is. I see some writing on there, but I can't quite identify the year. So let me get that cleaned up, and we'll show you proper. Okay, I had another quite jumpy signal right next to where I got a costume jewelry earring, and that is a nice key fob. Doesn't feel like it's heavy enough to be a precious metal, but pretty cool. We'll clean it up the best we can. It's had a ugly 30 signal. Thought for sure it was a pull tab, but anyway, pulled it out of the hole, and it's not a pull tab. It looks like it is a little bell. I don't know if it'll have any writing on it or whether it was actually mostly decorative, but anyway, kind of cool, kind of different. Okay, had a bumpy 40 signal here. Kind of expected some trash, and I suppose in one respect it is some trash, but that is, I believe, the top of a safety razor. Would have been a little handle that went on there like that. Some of them could be quite vintage. I'm not sure that this one is, but different kind of find. Okay, so we got had a really weird signal, kind of bouncing all over the place. Pulled a nail out of there. I thought maybe that was part of it. Got this key though, and thought that was kind of the deal. I don't know if that had anything to do with the key. It's a yellow piece of plastic, but as I look down here in the hole, it looks like I see a key fob. So I don't know if there's anything else on it. Crazy. You just never know what you're gonna find. All right, guys, had a real faint, jumpy signal, and it was quite deep. It was about 7 inches, 8 inches deep, and pulled this out. Haven't cleaned it off yet, but boy, that sure looks like a mini ball. That sure looks like a Civil War era relic. Looks like I might have dinged it with my shovel. I didn't even see that, but Wow, how cool is that? Let's get this bad boy cleaned up. Yeah, that is definitely got some patina and the look of a mini ball. It's got a little gash in the side of it, but I don't think it's fresh enough to be my shovel. Just not 100% sure about that part, but wow, can't wait to identify that one. Yep, just sitting right here in the front yard of a suburban home. Civil War era relic. Sweet. Okay guys, got a real chirpy signal here. It's running up okay sometimes, but anyway, let's see what we got. Oh, right in the hole. Looks like, some sort of token. Oh, yeah, I get this. That is a recovery token. It's got a number 7 on there, so that represents 7 years of sobriety. We'll clean it up just right and give you a good look. GoPro, stop recording. Okay guys, I had a really wonky signal, sounded awfully trashy, and actually missed it. I had to use my Handdigger to pull it out, but wow, look at this thing, would you? That is gorgeous. That is an old sash buckle. There may have been a stone or something like that in there. I'll do my best to clean it off. Looks like I nicked it with the shovel right there. You can see it's some copper or brass coming through. Probably copper because I see some green on it. But wow, that's cool. That definitely represents a different era. This permission is late 1800s, so I don't know exactly how old it is, but still has the pin in the back where it used to buckle right on this clip there. So that is truly a piece of American history. So let's try to clean it up a little bit and give you a better look at it. So that has some beautiful scrolling on it, and I can't tell the exact design, but I'll get it back and clean it up properly, the best that I can. And I didn't do much on the back there, but for a field clean, this is pretty cool, and hopefully it's something we can identify. Welcome back, sweetheart.
Sash buckles became popular with American women in the late 1800s going through the turn of the century. They were actually a decorative buckle that would gather a sash or a scarf at the hip or shoulder. And it's hard to find these in good condition because they're relatively delicate. So not only are we looking at a piece of American history, but also a piece of fashion history and art history. You just never know what you're going to find.
Okay, got a mid to high 40 signal here. A little bit scratchy, but here we go. Well, it's nothing fancy and not likely anything old, but it is a letter D. Letter D for dig. Okay guys, here's another one where I got a really junky signal, and I haven't cleaned it up enough yet, but that appears to be a piece of jewelry. Vintage. Looks like it has a big red stone in it. Can't tell. It almost looks like a tie tack or something, but anyway, let's get it cleaned up. Okay guys, this actually did turn out pretty nice. I'll get a better picture of it when we get home there, but anyway, I think it must have been an old tie tack or possible cufflink type thing, but pretty cool. Welcome back, sweetheart. Okay guys, had a real jumpy 30s signal, and looks like I have a small religious pendant. I don't believe it to be any precious metal, but cool find nonetheless. Let's get it cleaned up. Yeah guys, it's cleaned up pretty nice actually. That's a little religious pendant, and boy, talk about little. It cleaned up well enough that it could be silver, but I'm gonna have to give it a proper cleaning when we get home and show you guys in the wrap up. Welcome back, sweetheart. Okay, got another nickel signal here. For me, that's a 25, and so it certainly is a nickel, but I was hoping it would be something old. The jury is still out. I don't know yet. Ah, there you go. There is a buffalo nickel. That is so cool. Buffalo nickel. I believe the last year those were minted in was in 1936. Most of the time when you get them, you can't find a date on them, but anyway, that is super cool. And we'll clean it up proper when we get home and see if we can't date it. But boy, I just love finding these old coins and relics just right in somebody's front yard. Okay, had a very faint penny-like signal, and went to dig it out of the hole, and it's something much smaller than a penny, but let's see if we can't clean that up and identify it. Hopefully something pretty cool. Almost looks like it might be something with the Cub Scouts. Yeah, I was able to clean this up enough to see that it's a Bobcat Cub Scout Boy Scouts of America pin. Looks like the back is has come apart there. So anyway, we'll clean it up well enough to identify and get a good picture of it. Very cool. Definitely a bit of yesteryear. Okay, so I had a real funky signal, and I got it out of the ground here. It's a lock. It's a combination padlock. It's not real old, but I like to find the locks and keys. Okay, got a bouncy low 40s signal, and we got ourselves a little D buckle. I'm not sure how old this is, but it's looks like it might have some silver plating on it or something a little bit fancy on the end of it. So let's try and get it cleaned up a little bit, give you a better look at it. Okay, so this does appear to be a silver wash buckle. This is something I could use a hand with trying to identify. So if you recognize that or know how to get a year or a time frame off of it, that would be that'd be very cool. I'll clean it up best I can when we get home, and if you can identify it, put a note in the comments. Okay, I had another one that was kind of a scratchy penny signal, and this is what came out. This definitely has some writing on it, so let's clean it up and see what we have. Okay guys, looks like we have ourselves a token. Sure, it's difficult to see on camera and with my thumb in the way, but it says Elements 76 West Madison Street, Chicago. And then on this side it says good for 5 cents in trade. Sweet. Love the old tokens, and it'll be fun to go down the history of it and see what that was about. Way cool. Welcome back, sweetheart. So we had a jumpy signal, kind of like a penny, but when I pulled this out of the ground, it's not. And it's not a quarter either. This could be a euro coin or a token. So let's clean it off a little bit and see what we got. Yeah, it's got a date on it, like it's a coin. Yep, €2. So this was a really junky signal, and I was low 20s, and I was pretty sure it was a piece of aluminum foil, maybe the end of a pop tab or something, but it looks like this might actually be I can't tell whether it's a ring or not. Might have had some utility. Might be a kid's ring, plated or something like that. Just too light to, but anyway, even if it's a costume jewelry, it's kind of fun to find. Okay, I got a surface penny signal, and you can see I didn't dig much of a plug at all. That is not a penny. That looks like a gold colored coin. It's pretty light. It's probably a token of some variety. Yeah, I see 50. I think it's a 50 euro coin, I believe. Anyway, we'll clean it up and show it off. So I had another shallow signal here. It looks like I got the same thing. It's likely a euro coin. Now this one looks a little bit different. This one, I think this might be a Mexican coin. And you just never know what you're going to find. Okay, so I had kind of a trashy penny signal here, and it's not a penny. It is a key. And I don't know that it's anything very old, but if it is, I'll I don't know that it's anything very old, but if it is, I'll clean it up and we'll give you a good look at it. Okay, so I had a mid-30s signal here. That's not usually a very good sign, but got this out of the ground. Oh, look at this. This is very cool. This is what they call a Chinese cash coin. And I've only gotten 3 or 4 of these the whole time I've been detecting, but that is very cool. I'll be able to get a year and a make and all that stuff. Some of these are just ancient, but that is a really cool find. No, it doesn't look like much right now. Welcome back, sweetheart. Well, this was a nice surprise. I had a 32-33 signal, which is usually a pull tab for me, but and I've dug a bunch of those today for sure. But this is not a pull tab. This is a wave ring, and I've seen these before, but I've never found one. Don't know that this is precious or not. It came out awfully clean. It wasn't very deep. So cool. One way or another, it's a ring, and I'm going to take a good look and see if it's stamped. So I got Surface 41, 42. That's almost always a penny, but have gotten 3 foreign coins, and one of them an old Chinese cash coin here. So maybe we'll just record whatever comes out of the ground now. Oh, there it is. It's on the surface, and it's not either of the ones that we found already. That is a foreign coin for sure. Looks like it says Denmark on the front, so I'd say it's probably a Dutch coin, but we're going to clean it up and show you. Okay, thought I had a penny signal, but got in there and got this out, and looks like a house key. Don't know the age of it at this point, but if it's old or vintage at all, we'll clean it up and give you a good look.
Thanks for hanging in there and making it all the way to the end of another episode of Hi-Ho Silver. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's see if Cal and Casey know what to do with those fish. Oh, look at that motley crew. So what do?
We like and subscribe.
Yay! But what do we do with the fish?
kiss him and throw him back in.
Yeah, way to go, Case.